it's Burton.
Hi, this is Josh Runquist. How's it going?
Hey, man. That's all right. How you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for taking the time to be able to talk to me about everything that's going on with Fear Factory right now. This is a tremendous honor for me to be able to talk to you while you guys are currently out on tour finishing up the Demanufacture tour.
That's right. It's going really well. The response has been fantastic. Very positive.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Unfortunately, the tour did not hit my area in Minnesota, but hearing the reactions from everyone that's been to the tour that I know of across the country, they've been very happy with the tour, and you guys bringing out Soilwork as well. Just a fantastic tour that you guys are doing.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I don't know why we didn't play Minnesota on this tour. I mean, we at least played St. Paul or something like that. But it's been really good. It hasn't been sold out, but it's been a packed house. The positivity, fans are loving Soilwork, loving us, and it's a good combination, really good combination.
Oh, very much so. Two very different styles, but when you go see the show together, it definitely makes sense to see you guys on a tour together.
Yeah, this is the second time we've toured with Soilwork, and we toured with them like 10 years ago. And I'd like to tour with them again. It'd be really good. They're really good guys.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. So, of course, with celebrating a little past 20 years of Demanufacture, what made you want to go back and play the album from start to finish?
Well, there seemed to be a demand for it. In today's music, in today's fan climate, nostalgia goes a long way. And it's a classic record. Fear Factory is the one that put us on the map. And Metallica did it, Machine Head did it, various other bands have done it, and it seems to do. People get to hear the album that they love all the way through, and so it seemed like the right thing to do at this time, especially with the new album out, Genexus. It just made it a nice combination to get. We knew playing Demanufacture would get the fans out and be a great opportunity to play new songs for them during in this show, so they can hear what Fear Factory's still pumping out the jams.
So with that said, of course, Genexus coming out 20 years after Demanufacture, what do you think of the evolution of the band from the second album, Demanufacture, all the way to Genexus?
What I think of the evolution?
Yeah.
It's been long and tedious. It's bands have ups and downs, and Fear Factory's no different. And it just seems what's happened to us and what we've experienced. It just seems normal, and take each day as it comes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that too. I mean, of course, with any band that's been around as long as you guys have, it's almost impossible not to have something bad or something good to happen as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to last as long as you have. But it's great to be able to see that 20 years after your second album that you're able to go out and play a successful tour to be able to present that album to the masses again.
Yeah, and fans that were around in 95, 96, 97 when we were touring on Demanufacture have returned and brought their children and or they're still loving it, and we're real happy to hear the album all the way through, which even when we toured on it in 95, 96, we weren't playing the album all the way through. This is like a first, and so they're really excited.
So is it fun for you guys to play the album from start to finish?
Sure. It's easy. We know all the songs, and it's just what we do. I think the most fun part about it is just the audience reaction. That makes the whole thing.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense, because so many people, when they hear Fear Factory, they do think of Demanufacture. So when they're able to hear all the songs live from start to finish, it just brings back older memories of when they possibly first discovered the band.
Well, absolutely. There's one song we've never played live until we started doing Demanufacture live was "Therapy for Pain." So everyone's really psyched about that song. Makes me think that I wish I could go back and release that song as a single when the album came out.
Yeah, that would have been great to be able to hear that. I mean, if that ever did happen, I would hope that you wouldn't have to do an edit of it, because I know that's the longest song on the album, and I like hearing a full version of a song and not having to have it be edited.
I totally agree.
So, with that never being played live before, was it a challenge for you to go back and be able to play it live, or did it feel natural to you?
No, it wasn't a challenge at all. It's something that, making sure I had the lyrics correct, and we had the right tracks, like the keyboard tracks ready to go. But other than that, it wasn't a challenge at all. It was just, it's fun, it adds a little diversity to the set, which I like.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, with just being such a monumental album as Demanufacture, being able to play everything and have that diversity that is in the album. Again, it's just fantastic to see.
Cool. Too bad you didn't get to see it yourself.
Well, if it ever comes up again, I mean, if you guys ever hit up Minnesota, I mean, as long as you play anything off of Demanufacture, I could kind of pretend like I was able to see it live in that sense. I did get to see you guys a few years back when you toured with Hate Eternal at Station 4, and that was a fantastic show.
Yeah, that was a fun tour.
Yeah, that was my first experience being able to see you guys in a live setting, and I've been waiting for you guys to come back, and I know you guys will be back in Minnesota at some point, so I'm not too disappointed that I had to miss this one.
Do you live in St. Paul or Minneapolis?
I am just one town over from Minneapolis.
Okay, all right. You're in the metro area?
Yeah, a little suburb of Minneapolis, about 15 minutes from downtown Minneapolis.
Nice.
Yeah. Getting off a little bit from Demanufacture and talk about the latest album from Fear Factory. How is the reception now that it's been out for about half a year?
It's really good. People love this album. They, frequently, many times, bands have come up to me and said, this album's up there with Demanufacture. They love it. For them, it's a perfect record. It's got a lot of energy. It has a lot of, the vibe that Fear Factory has always been to them. So that's, and when we play songs from it, they love all the songs. They know all the songs, and so it's been really, presenting Genexus with Demanufacture. It just seems perfect, and it's been really good.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the albums being 20 years apart, because they both definitely have the Fear Factory sound to them, but you can see the evolution of the band and where you guys are, and Genexus is just a fantastic album from start to finish with all the diversity in there. From all the brutal moments that are in there to the almost pop rock moments that are in there as well. It's just a fantastic album.
Yeah, Fear Factory's always had that element too. Even the Manufacture Replica's kind of if Replica was released now, it'd be almost a pop rock song.
Yeah, it almost would. I mean, I could see a lot of top 40 radio potential for that if it was released in 2016.
Yeah, top 40, I don't know,
but... yeah, it's a little tough now, but, of course, there's songs like Regenerate would be a great top 40 song, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great song, and that's one of the songs we play live that people love.
And speaking of that, with the set that you guys are doing, of course, doing all of Demanufacture, how did you guys decide on what you're going to be playing for the rest of the show?
We knew we were going to play songs from Genexus, and so we throw in some hits that people haven't heard in a while, and or not hits, but some classics that fans love, and they get a great audience reaction. Keeps the hype up, and so we just continue. That's how we did it. So, and we got quite a few of those songs, and so we chose the right ones that kept the movie, kept that. It wasn't that difficult. Just deciding where to put them was difficult, but we figured out a way.
Oh, very cool. Because you guys are pretty much covering everything I would love to hear in a Fear Factor show that I haven't already seen. And it's cool to see that you guys aren't afraid to play what you actually want to, and not just playing what the fans want to hear, but you're playing what you want to hear as well.
Right. Yeah, and for me, it's that's what's important. Just you can't please everybody, so you just gotta do what you want, and then people enjoy it.
Oh, very much so. So, with getting Soilwork part of the tour, did you guys have any say in getting Soilwork on the tour, or was that just suggested to you for the tour?
Well, we had a few bands that were suggested, and we chose Soilwork.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, and I mean, their brand new album is fantastic as well, so being able to see both you guys promoting the new albums and, of course, playing the classics as well is just a fantastic tour that I know you guys are on the tail end of, but I'm glad to hear that it's going as well as it is.
Yeah, 9 shows to go.
Oh, very cool.
So it's been a long tour. We've had a lot of good shows. We're sharing a bus with Soilwork, so we're all getting along really well. We're a good family. Everything's great.
So, with playing Demanufacture as much as you have, could you ever see yourselves ever playing another album from start to finish, or would Demanufacture be the only one where you do that?
I don't know. We'll see what the demand is when that time comes.
Oh, that definitely makes sense.
If there's no demand for it, then there's no point in doing it.
Has there been any demand for it so far?
People few people have asked if we're going to do Obsolete on the 20th anniversary. I'm like, no, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it would be cool. I mean, just as long as you guys are playing what you want to play, that's definitely what I want to see as a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
So, after this tour is done, what is the current plans for Fear Factory?
Well, we go to, at the end of May, we fly to Australia for a week and a half tour there. After that, we fly directly to South Africa, do 2 shows. Our first time ever in South Africa, do 2 shows. One in Cape Town, one in Johannesburg. And then fly home. We're doing Comic Palooza. We're not playing, but Dino and I are going to be special guests in Comic Palooza in Houston, June 17th to 19th. Then July, we have Mighty South America, but we're definitely doing a show in Mexico. And then August, we're in Europe for summer festivals.
Oh, that's very cool. I'm glad to see you guys are keeping as busy as you are, too. I mean, I can see, just like with all the demand for Demanufacture and then being able to play globally as well and making appearances, that is so cool to see.
This band is experiencing a momentum that we haven't had in a while, and we've been, like I said, we've had our ups and we've had our downs, and now we've been, this record is past 3 records. We've been, making our way up again to a level that our label feels we should be at, and the momentum feels that way. It feels really good. There's hypes, fans coming out, our shows are doing really well, so people are interested. So it's a really very positive time for Fear Factory right now.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because the more that I listen to Genexus, ever since I bought it, it definitely sounds like you guys are happy in the band and you guys are playing so extremely tight, and it feels like the songwriting is very fresh and very great for you guys. Is that a fair representation of what's going on right now?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, there's there's so much momentum creating a lot of positivity for us, so it gives us a drive to continue. And so yeah, you're absolutely correct in that assumption.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that as well. Oh, one thing I noticed, I know it hasn't been on every album, but I've kind of noticed with Genexus, there wasn't any covers on this. Do you guys see yourself doing any more covers in the future?
Sure. Yeah, we love covers. Covers are fun to do.
Was there any talks about doing it for Genexus, or did that just not come up in the songwriting?
It just never happened.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. I was just curious about that, because I love the way that you guys interpret your versions covers from School to Cars, everything that you guys have done, and of course on Demanufacture as well. Just I love hearing the Fear Factory versions of songs that I love.
I know, we should play more of them. We should play them live, actually, because people love it.
I think that'd be a really cool set, even if it's just a one-off somewhere. Just do a set of Fear Factory covers. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Actually, they might do that in Australia. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So, getting back to Genexus, was there anything that was written for the album that didn't make it on the album that might appear in the future?
No, everything made on the album.
Has that ever happened in the band where there was any leftovers at all, or do you just feel
the song "Enhanced Reality" was a leftover from The Industrialist.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I guess thinking about that now, it does feel like something that would fit with the last album.
Yeah, and it got finished too late to put it on the record, so we just shelved it to save it for the next album.
Oh, that's very cool. So outside of Fear Factory, do you guys have any of your side projects going on, or is Fear Factory just 100% your focus?
Well, it's the one that's supporting us. So it's the one that's making the money, and we just put a record out. So we're we have other projects. I have my band, The Ascension of the Watchers, that is still going. We have a bunch of new songs, but just waiting for some time to record them properly. So I'll be doing another graphic novel. I'll be doing another graphic novel to continue the story of The Industrialist, and just be going from there. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Is that still too early to talk about, or would you be able to talk about what you're doing with the graphic novel?
It's still too early.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know where the story's going yet. I'm just putting it together.
Oh, what about with the Ascension of the Watchers? Is there anything concrete with that yet, or is that still too early as well?
No, we have 10 new songs that we're trying to record, get decent recording on, and we want to find a home for it. But right now there's no home for it, so but I'm working on it. Watchers is definitely something I'm going to continue with.
I do as well, because I love what you've done with the band so far, and I would love to be able to hear what you guys are going to be doing in the future as well.
Well, thank you. We got a lot of great ideas, and sonically we've developed our sound to where we're comfortable with it, and so the first album was, this is all the stuff we've been recording, but here we are. This is where we're at now, and I think it's way more intense.
Yeah, I could get the sense that you might want to go in that direction when I listen to the album. So yeah.
Not heavy, but just like more. The songs are well more crafted.
Oh, and, yeah. I mean, of course that comes with the band as well, because as soon as you get the first album done, you're very happy with it. But usually when that comes with the first recordings, that you can do better the next time around, and you feel that much stronger as a band. So I could definitely see that coming as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's things we're gonna do differently. So, we have a plan. We just gotta execute it.
Oh, very cool. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me about everything that's going on with Fear Factory right now, and of course, a little bit of talk about everything else that you're doing outside of Fear Factory as well. Being a huge fan since 2002, it was a tremendous honor to be able to talk to you and promote everything that you're doing. Before we're done, is there anything else you'd like to mention that I haven't brought up yet?
I do have a book signing for the Industrialist on May 14th in Hudson, New York, at a comic book shop there. Noel Gard is flying from London, and Vachel Shannon will be there, and it will be the first time all three of us will be together for a signing. So that's exciting. That's May 14th in Hudson, New York. And then other than that, just look to BurtonCBell.com, for anything, if you're interested in anything that I'm doing on side, or just look at FearFactory.com and find out where we're going to be at.